Part 2 of this 3-part series on Chapman's Peak Drive starts at the 3-kilometer mark at the Day Pass turnaround point and ends at the 8-kilometer point adjacent to the northern side of Long Beach. If you intend driving this pass for the first time, it's important to watch Part 1 first, which contains the Google Earth orientation clips as well as other important tourism and safety information. During peak holiday times, this section of the pass sometimes has a traffic controller using a stop-go system to ensure that there's no congestion at the main view site, which is less than 2 kilometers from this point. If things appear to be busy, rather pull over at one of the earlier laybys where the views will be equally good. At the summit point of 161 meters above sea level, the road bends sharply to the left through a double-sided cutting. For traffic moving from the Noordhoek side, be extremely careful here, as this is a blind corner, and despite the solid barrier line, motorists coming up the pass from the Hout Bay side will suddenly turn across the road to access the main view site. This southern section of the pass is much more dramatic than the part you've just driven, with towering near vertical rock faces and very steep drop-offs to the right. Several small laybys have been built, but most of these are tricky to access as you have to cross the face of oncoming traffic. This section is also where most of the rockfalls and landslides have occurred in the past, as can be attested by the number of massive catch nets and retaining walls that have been erected here. When the road was originally designed, the soft sedimentary shale band, which can be clearly seen in this video, was the obvious choice for the routing, as it greatly reduced the cost of construction at the time. The downside of this is that this shale band is typically unstable and more so in wet weather. Whatever costs were saved in 1910 have since been multiplied thousands of times in the various attempts at controlling the unstable mountain slopes. The road is much narrower along the southern descent and the corners also tighter. In 1915, with the use of convict labour supplied by the newly formed Union government, construction began from the Hout Bay end, and in the following year work began from Noordhoek. The first portion of the road from Hout Bay to the lookout point was opened in 1919. The engineering highlight of the pass appears at the 7-kilometer mark. 2 half-tunnels have been constructed to protect vehicles from rockfalls. The first tunnel is an open cantilever design, and the second, longer one, is a supported semi-tunnel. Going back to 1919, the first part of the roadway took 7 years to complete at a cost of £20,000 sterling. The new road, which was opened on Saturday the 6th of May 1922 by the Governor of the Union of South Africa, His Royal Highness Prince Arthur of Connaught. In 1962, a section of the road was widened, and in 1977 a portion of the road was washed away. Subsequently, the road was closed on the 14th of May of that year after a large section was washed away and the damaged section was replaced by a bridge at a cost of 150,000 rand. Amidst increasing concern for public safety and legal liability, the South Peninsula Municipality, the new road management agent appointed in 1997, established a subcommittee of officials from the local metropolitan and provincial authorities to guide the management of Chapman's Peak Drive, who instigated high-visibility rockfall warning signs to be erected on the drive during 1999. This committee also adopted a specific Chapman's Peak Drive closure policy, which stipulated that the road had to be closed to traffic in rainy weather and remain closed for a number of hours after cessation of any rainfall and until deemed safe by the SPM's road management staff. This closure policy was implemented with lockable booms put in place to prevent unauthorized entry. Be sure to watch Part 3 of the Chapman's Peak Drive, which covers the final 2 kilometers over Little Chappies and into Noordhoek village.